Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. For those who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel, I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this is a journey with an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is to try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades. We do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for little as $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In today's video, we're going to be looking at ticker symbol MMTLP with a focus on oil. We're also going to be looking at the possibility of using this for swing trading, and we're also going to be looking at potential theories with regard to S1 approval. So stay tuned for that. Before we do that, let's have a look at the chart. So we know this was hit today, so it is the second day that it has been hit. So if we have a look at the screen here for the chart for MMTLP today, it is down just in excess of 10%. However, on a low today, it did go down to approximately $2.75, and we can see from that low of around about $2.75, there has been a strong and sustained recovery with positive momentum upwards. At one point, it did hit $4.90 early on in the day. But it has closed at $4. So overall, not a great day, but I think a good strong recovery here from the $2.75. So let's now have a look at in terms of some of the latest buy and sell orders that we saw, and we can see the vast majority of people here are buying, including orders one for 2,000, one for 4,909. So in my opinion, most people, especially the retail longs and the people in this from a long time ago, are certainly not selling. What I'd now like to do is give a special thanks to Material News and also Syntax for inviting me to the MMTLP day. So we did have an excellent conversation, and after I left, I did check back in and listen to the full recording, and there was some excellent information there from many of the people invited, including Terry and Tony, and also C-Plant. So I have made some notes. I'm just going to summarize these, and these are with regard to an update for oil. So again, some excellent information from C-Plant, and in terms of what I picked up here, he stated that we're looking at approximately 14 wells. All of these wells have oil, so obviously the problem that many people out there are saying is, why are the company not drilling, why are they not producing, or if there is oil, why are they not taking it out? So he did also state that there's a clause in the lease. So with regard to that clause in the lease, this basically means you cannot produce oil or extract oil unless there is a full drilling program. So obviously that's one of the clauses. If you don't carry out that, then obviously you're going to lose rights to the lease or some of the lease. So it's something that is a problem. And in terms of the reason why the company are not drilling, I think there are a number of reasons. First of all, it's cost, it's money, and that is not yet sufficiently available for NextBridge. However, going forward, I think a major player, a major buyer, this would be an insignificant cost. It would certainly be something that they would be able to speed up and get done very, very quickly. And right now, I think it's primed as a potential excellent buy for one of the main players. So before we look at the potential implications of swing trading this, or also some of the problems with regard to buying, what I want to now focus on is what's happening with regard to a potential short attack, what is going on. And what I've tweeted here earlier today is, as we said in yesterday's chat, the shorts, they want your shares, they want them cheap, but I think the vast majority, or if not almost all of us, we are not obviously selling them cheap. We do know the true value, we know what they're worth, so certainly not selling them for around about $3, $4, $5, $6, and not even thinking about that. So shout out here to Daphne. She's saying, when it dips, I'm buying more. So good point there. And what this basically means is it is also giving the retail opportunity to buy, and when the retail buy and hold, it's still going to create more problems for the shorts because they will have less available. So good opportunities here. And what Daphne has also said, all shorts will have to close because obviously this company is going private. Yes, certainly true. Another shout out to Dudley. He's saying not for sale right now. Shorties, he, for his point of view, is looking at a price of $500 plus, and then he might consider it. MC has also said here the shorts will try any trick in the book to get your shares cheap. So he also knows what he owns, and he is also not selling. What I'd now like to do is focus on some of the problems with regard to people potentially trying to buy this, and also what it means for people who may be looking to consider this as a swing trade. And I know there is a certain social media influencer who is also suggesting that that is what this is only good for. But let's first of all give a shout out here to Calibri, and what Calibri has said. Hey Ali, what do you think about trading MMTLP with these price changes? Is it too risky? So we have seen it extremely volatile, so there is also quite significant differences between the buy and sell price I've also seen, but what I've said here is definitely it could be difficult to buy back, especially due to volume and lack of available shares. So the next shout out here is to Mark Twain. He said here, anybody day trading this and expecting to buy back, I would advise caution. Brokers can decide there is no more buying and only selling. So obviously that's a problem that we have in the UK and Europe, and this is something that was shared in the chat yesterday. And at the bottom, shout out here to Bradley, who said you must also buy shares with cash. If you sell, you must wait 3 days for this to settle before buying in again, and by that time any opportunity to buy may be lost, especially if you're looking for a potential price that you wanted to buy at. And finally, another problem here identified by Raindrop Drizzles. He said he called Fidelity and the income specialist told him that he could not buy the stock. So there are mixed messages with regard to Fidelity. Some people are saying you cannot buy, some people are saying you can buy. So mixed messages, and Big Chris Stock Swami has chipped in. He says sorry to hear that, and what he's saying is be persistent, phone them back again, and don't give up, and this time maybe consider asking for a fixed income specialist. So problems here, certainly buying through Fidelity. The final thing I want to look at is with regard to S1 approval. I was expecting this possibly to happen today. I don't think it's happened at time of editing. If it hasn't happened, it certainly potentially good strong chance it could happen next week, so we will have to wait for that. But let's have a look at a theory here from Otis. What Otis has said here is S180 doesn't get improved. Privately, the SEC notifies Meta. It has been accepted. At Meta's discretion, announcement of the record and distribution date with regard to PR and K8 filing for non-scheduled communication. The advantage of this, he's saying, is Meta has the fiduciary to maximize value to shareholders. So this is a bullish angle on this, and certainly an interesting theory. But in terms of, if we look at something more on the bearish side, and something potentially a concern, I have reading some suggestions on social media that there could be something going on behind the scenes, certainly with the SEC, and potentially looking at a deal with the hedge funds. Again, purely speculation, and it's only some posts on social media. I think there may have been suggestions that this was also stated on the Unusual Whales Twitter handle. So in terms of what it could be, is backdoor negotiations with regard to helping the shorts. I certainly hope this is not going on, but certainly I would also like some clarification if somebody is aware of anything that is looking at like this as a potentially likely situation. I finally like to finish off by giving a shout out to our weekly watch list. We have called out a number of stocks that have done exceptionally well. Symbol FNG has been having a great run with at one point it was up in excess of 700% over the previous 5 days. We also called out ticker symbol PEGY, which has also been doing tremendously well. It was down today at time of editing just below 0.08%. However, what we can see on the chart here is over the previous 5 days, this stock is up in excess of 92%. So this is again one of the great calls from the Discord. Not all calls are successful, but certainly if you would like to get a copy of our weekly watch list, you can consider joining us in the Discord. Details are available in the description below.